Cyprus Citizenship-by-Investment Policy. First, we will discuss a brief introduction of the Cyprus policy. Then we will discuss the various investment options, followed by the conditions, and finally the benefits of the Citizenship-by-Investment policy of Cyprus. First off, our introduction to the Cyprus Citizenship-by-Investment policy. One of the main objectives of the economic policy of the Republic of Cyprus is to further encourage foreign direct investment and to attract high net worth individuals to settle and do business in Cyprus. The government of Cyprus has established and revised a scheme for naturalization of non-Cypriot investors by exception on the basis of subsection 2 of section 111A of the Civil Registries Laws of 2002 to 2015, with specific incentives, terms, and conditions, and control procedures in order to prevent. On the basis of the scheme, a non-Cypriot citizen who meets one of the following economic criteria: A. Either personally or through a company or companies in which he or she participates as a shareholder, in proportion to his holding percentage, or B. Through investments done by his or her spouse or jointly with the spouse, or even as a high-ranking senior manager of a company or companies that meets one of the economic criteria, may apply for the acquisition of the Cypriot citizenship through naturalization by exception. The applicant should have made the necessary investments during the 3 years preceding the date of the application and must retain said investments for a period of at least 3 years from the date of the naturalization. In addition, the applicant must fulfill the terms and conditions set out in Part B. In the case where, following a periodic inspection, it has been established that a criterion, term, or condition of the scheme has been breached, the granted naturalization may. Next up, we will discuss the investment options for the Cypriot Citizenship-by-Investment policy. The first option is the investment in real estate, land development, and infrastructure projects. The applicant must have made an investment of at least 2 million euros for the purchase or construction of buildings or for the construction of other land development projects, residential or commercial developments, developments in the tourism sector, or other infrastructure projects. The second option is investment in financial assets of Cypriot companies or Cypriot organizations. The applicant should have made a purchase or should have participated in companies or organizations established and operating in the Republic of Cyprus with investment costs of at least 2 million euros. The investment funds shall be channeled towards the financing of the investment objectives of these companies exclusively in Cyprus, based on a specific investment plan. The third option is a combination of the aforementioned investments. The applicant may proceed with a combination of the above investment, provided that the total investment will amount up to at least 2 million euros. Next, we will speak about the conditions of the Citizenship-by-Investment policy. Terms and conditions include a clean criminal record. The applicant must have a clean criminal record. Furthermore, his name must not be included in the list of persons whose assets within the boundaries of the European Union have been frozen as the result of sanctions. They must have residence in the Republic of Cyprus. In all cases listed in Part A, the applicant must possess a permanent privately owned residence in the Republic of Cyprus, the purchase price of which must be at least 500,000 euros, plus VAT. It is noted that members of the same family who apply separately as investors can collectively acquire a residence, provided that the total value of this home property covers the amount of 500,000 euros per each applicant. Residence in the Republic of Cyprus. In case that the purchase value of the permanent privately owned residence in Cyprus exceeds the amount of 500,000 euros, Part of this additional amount can be used for purposes of supplementing the total amount of the investment made on the basis of the criteria of Part A above. Additionally, it is noted that if the applicant has invested in housing unit or units on the basis of the aforementioned criteria A1, the purchase of another permanent residence in Cyprus will not be required if at least one of these housing units is worth at least 500,000 euros plus VAT, provided that the applicant retains the possession of the residence for life. Residence permit in Cyprus. The applicant, prior to his or her naturalization as a Cypriot citizen, must hold a residence permit in Cyprus. If the applicant does not already hold a residence permit, he or she may apply for an immigration permit on the basis of Regulation 6.2 of the Aliens and Immigration Law, simultaneously with the application for naturalization. If the application for acquiring an immigration permit is made solely for purposes of acquiring the Cypriot citizenship, in accordance with the provisions of this scheme, there are no other conditions than those stated in both Part A and Part B of this scheme. Applicants for Cypriot citizenship by investment must fulfill the following requirements: investment of at least 2 million euros and maintain it for at least 3 years, a clean criminal record, residence in the Republic of Cyprus, and a residence permit in Cyprus for at least 6 months. Conditions for family members. The decision of the Council of Ministers provides for the grant of the Cypriot citizenship to the spouse of the main applicant, the minor children and or the financially dependent adult children under 28 years of age of the main applicant, the parents of the main applicant, the adult family members of the main applicant prior to their naturalization as Cypriot citizens must hold a residence permit in Cyprus for at least the spouse of the investor. The spouse of the investor may acquire the Cypriot citizenship after filing the relevant application, Form M127. The Council of Ministers allows the submission of the spouse's or partner's application along with the application of the investor, so that both spouses will be able to acquire the Cypriot citizenship simultaneously. Furthermore, the decision of the Council of Ministers clarifies that for the purposes of the scheme, the term partner is interpreted in accordance with the provisions of the Civil Partnership Law 184I 2015. According to this law, the state recognizes any civil partnership that had been concluded in the Republic of Cyprus or any other state in accordance with the legislation of that state and is still in power. The minor children of the investor. The applicant for the grant of the Cypriot citizenship to the children of the investor that are under the age of 18 is submitted after the investor has acquired the Cypriot citizenship and provided that the other parent consents to the grant of the citizenship. The application is filed at the Civil Registry and Migration Department. The financially dependent adult children of the investor. The right to apply for citizenship is also granted to financially dependent adult children of the investor. The decision of the Council of Ministers has determined that it will regard as financially dependent adult children individuals belonging to one of the below categories. A. Students up to the age of 28 that are attending an institution of higher education aiming to obtain a diploma or an undergraduate or a master's degree. The decision excludes individuals who are studying for the acquisition of a professional qualification, for example, chartered accountants or barristers. Children with severe physical or mental disability that renders them unable to work. The application can be submitted after the investor has acquired Cypriot citizenship. These applications, Form M127, are filed at the Ministry of Interior. The parents of the investor may apply for citizenship after the investor has acquired Cypriot citizenship. These applications, Form M127, are filed at the Ministry of Interior. In order for the investor's parents to be able to apply for citizenship, they need to hold a permanent privately owned residence in the Republic of Cyprus, the purchase price of which must be at least €500,000 plus VAT. It is noted that the investor and his or her parents may collectively acquire a residence, provided that the total value of this home property is at least €1,000,000 plus VAT. The parents of the investor's spouse. They can apply for the PR of Cyprus if they can fulfill the following requirements. They are a non-EU citizen and they have a clean criminal. Now we will discuss the benefits of the Citizenship by Investment policy of Cyprus. Cyprus is known for its safe and stable conditions. With its highly specialized pool of human capital, a reliable legislative and regulatory framework, and stable and beneficial tax system. Living in Cyprus will also grant you European Union citizenship and Eurozone membership, with visa-free access to 159 countries, including Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and Japan, as well as many others. It also provides attractive legislation for citizenship, as you can obtain a permanent residence permit or EU Cyprus citizenship with only 6 to 8 months of processing. A low tax rate and free trade within the European Union, which is exemplified with its corporation tax of only 12.5%. Strategic location, with easy access to new markets and an active transshipment center and an attractive business hub, Cyprus is a growing market that is taking advantage of its Mediterranean location. And hydrocarbon opportunities, with substantial oil and gas reserves attracting business from all over the world, the country's economy is bound to boom. A beautiful working and living environment. Cyprus has 340 days of sunshine every year, and it's perfect timing for an investment and high potential for investment growth in Cyprus. Thank you for listening.